Welcome to DynamicsPrint webinar series number 3. In today's session, I will walk you through the label estimation module and show you some of the really cool functionalities we have in the label estimation. I'm currently on the quotation overview homepage where I see all the quotations that I have in the system for me. One thing I want to show you how we can attach different images and preview those images attached to the quotes. So we can attach all of these JPEGs or TIFF files and be able to view them on the sales quotation side. I'm going to start by creating a new sales quotation for a label estimation. I click on the sales quotation button and I choose my business relation, which means a prospect I haven't done business with, or a customer. I'm going to choose my customer and I'm going to hit OK. So what I've done is I've created the header for the sales quotation, and now I'm going to create the line or the label that I want to quote. I have different quotes in the system. I'm going to look for something which starts with label, and I have an item or a template called demo color labels. I'm going to select that, choose my quantity, in this case 1000, and go directly into the label estimation module. So here we are in the label estimation module, and you must have seen how the system integrates directly to the sales quote site as well. During the first series, we saw how we created the items or templates using the item wizard. So this item was created in a similar fashion. Here I can change some of the job specifications, which could be run quantity or colors or whatever I want to. And also I can look at the cutter die ID I have. We basically in DynamicsPrint store the dies in a cutter ID table or a cutter equipment table, where we define the attributes of a die, which could be the format width and length, how many numbers across and around the die can do, and other details as well. You'll see based on the number of teeth and the number across, the system calculates the format length of the die, and also the number ups we can have on the die. The additional details we can specify, which could be the cutter format, the cutter type, and the cutting method. More details can be associated with the die, such as what's the height of the die or what's the degree of difficulty, and we can also attach these dies to certain type of work centers. In the general tab of the label estimation module, we select the kind of material we want. We can have the system default the unit of measure, and based on the size, the width we have, the system calculates what's the format width we need. We also define the kind of core we need. In this case, I have a core that I'm defining here, and the rewind direction for this job. You will see throughout the system we can attach images to different fields. It just gives the user the ability to easily look at things graphically or visually. On the finishing tab, we specify the base product, and we discuss base product concept during the first webinar series. We also define what kind of finishing we want, or what kind of rewinding we want. Is it roll to roll, roll to sheet, and roll to fold? And the system calculates how many number per roll and how many feet per roll we need based on the specifications. Moving on, the miscellaneous charges tab is where we can select additional operations. By choosing these operations, we can trigger more, we can tell the system to have more setup time included for a certain operation, which might also slow down the press. So we can use these fields to trigger those specialized operations. The system also gives you to choose different tools, meaning if you have labels which need perforation, you can choose those tools from here, and different items as well. When I say different items, an example could be a 2-leaf label which has a self-sealing base, and an overlay that can be peeled back and resealed. So once we choose the item and we configure the base product, we can generate the right amount of material needed for this job. On the cutting dies tab, we have the ability to specify more than one die. The options and printing methods tab is where we specify if we need additional versions for the job. And when I say versions, I mean one label having text in different text on it, or a label with an image can be printed in different colors. So you can specify the different versions we need here. So for example, if I choose the version from 1 to 2, we'll see how the plates and the colors change here as well. We can also specify the ink usage for each of these methods, so we can trigger the right amount of ink needed for this job. I'm going to go back to my variant 1. In Web Series 1, we also saw how we can choose different wrapping types and different packages and palettes. But just to show you again, we can attach different images and say the kind of package we need and let the system calculate the materials and the labor time we need for the packaging or the delivery functionality. We can also specify any prepress operations, and these prepress operations are user defined. In this example, I have 1 hour of a prepress setup time. So once I do that, I hit or click the total price button, I should be able to see my estimate spec. Based on the configuration I have, it's telling me the prepress setup time that I need for the job, the plate make ready, the die make ready, the actual print production, the rewinding, the cutting, and so on and so forth. So just by configuring the job or creating an item template and then adding additional specifications and working on the base product, we should be able to generate the most optimized production route and the BOM needed for the job, and therefore the right time, the cost, and the price. I hope you enjoyed your session today. Thank you once again. Bye-bye.